of a movement speed sub-talent there, so really flexible for Burmese Ghouls here. But let's see if that double marksman is enough for them to topple down Bren Esports.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing a little bit more of a game style that Bren Esports is used to, but at the same time, Burmese Ghouls is
well, a lot of opportunity for them to follow it up with the last insanity from that export. A double marksman.
Yeah, this is going to be a Claude on the gold lane, and that is a I'm thinking it's a
Do you think
it's a Barat side lane? A little bit of a different flavor. As we hop on over to game number 1 in this best of three series in the semifinals of the MPL Invitational.
Welcome.
Every single game counts at this point, TDZ.
Yep, a 1-3-1 setup here for Bren Esports, and for Burmese Ghouls, I think it will still be the same here, but we're looking at the current matchup. D at the back, up against the Yushin here, and also the Tams on the bottom lane. But yeah, 2 vs 1. This is a 2-2-1 setup for Burmese Ghouls.
Man, I'm liking how Barretts is just accompanying Yi Shin over the EXP lane just to get that little bit more protection there. Maybe denying Few and Flap here. Carl TZ here, I mean. The opportunity to actually get their purple, and it's forcing Lusty to get out of position as well.
That's true, but look at the position here on the side of Burmese Ghouls. They swapped the lanes. Lunox went to the top lane, and well, the Yeast Machine went to the middle lane to get that additional XP, but a little bit of skirmish is happening here at the top lane. Rebo almost quarter HP left, forcing a flicker on the side of Bren Esports.
I've been noticing the Myanmar region, I've been noticing Myanmar to actually do just that. They get 2 relatively tanky supports here in order to help out their other carrying side lanes. And as I say, that Ace is going to be forced out of the position. Purple will not be secured by Burmese Ghouls, but Ruby DD and Kid, they have other things to take care of as they try to go for Carl TZ. Carl TZ slow, and he gets taken out by Ruby DD. He immediately gets traded out there by Few, and Lusty still looking for blood. We'll just Jeet Kundo out of there.
That Cosmic Fission there from Kid, getting that right position, slowing down Carl TZ on his path. However, here, bottom lane, Flap TZ cutting the waves, forcing D to TP out, to recall out of the lane.
Maybe once to get this, maybe. Flap TZ, maybe, would get out of here, but Kid is hot on their tracks. He will make it out of there.
But Kid, look at the Flap TZ here, just getting that game sense that someone is going to the bottom lane.
Oh, and he's gonna get taken out. Lusty chasing up with a Jeet Kundo. No Wave the Dragon's available just yet, but Few is joining in. Here comes the Blazing Duet by D.
Brilliant.
Not really dishing out a lot of damage. Gonna get Kid, goes for the Tempest of Blades, and he's gone.
He's gone that quick. Look at the response here from Bren Esports, able to take down and stop the momentum of Kid here on his Lunox. However, Few, again, we're seeing starting to see the control or the rotation from Few here with his Kagura, and also Lusty with the rotation. So most of the time, Lusty wants to just go hide inside the brushes, wait for any kind of response or any kind of lone hero here inside the Burmese Ghouls, and then go for the pick off. It was a nice attempt earlier from the bottom lane. However, he's not level 4 yet.
Dragon though onto maybe he will maybe survive that, and he does. Gets a send connection onto Lusty, but nobody else is going to be falling through. Maybe force a fall back. Umbrella stops everybody in their tracks, but Turtle is now being started up.
A nice disengage there for both teams, respecting each other, not giving any opportunity to take advantage of any kind of situation. However, here on the side, ooh, a nice takedown there on the side of Burmese Ghouls, and they do have they will take another bonus here. Turtle will be given to Ace.
Yeah, that is the best rate they can ever go for, and they might take down Rebo here. Ruby DD gets the send connection. We'll still be waiting for an opportunity for Rebo to back off. Ruby DD will not diving. Kid's rejoining here. It's a 4-man heavy presence here over the top lane to force Rebo out of position, forces to flicker out, and that forces potentially a turret take as Lusty looks for an opportunity to go for the Wave Dragon, but will instead Jeet Kundo out of there as we see Few and the rest still siege up mid.
Nice movement there from Burmese Ghouls, applying 4 people there at the top lane, just making sure that they're able to shut down one member here. However, D was forced to use his Purify.
Oh man, Yin Yang overturn, not enough damage just yet. The stun connects onto Few, but Flap TZ on the back lines will secure that kill. Now it is a 0-for-1 trade so far as Bren wants to disengage.
Yep. D's been taken out here as a Claude. Really dangerous because you really want to take advantage of that cooldown from the Avarice to get that 10 gold out. However, maybe here, able to run away, getting that additional 20% max shield HP when entering the brushes. But look at the mobility there from Burmese Ghouls, just making sure that every single core member is being protected. Pi is with Kid, rather the Ruby DD is being assisted rather to Kid here. Always 2-1-2. There's no lone solo player here on the side of Burmese Ghouls. That's how protected the cores are.
We were talking about how you need to be a little bit more creative when you're playing up against Bren Esports. The fact that they had another person play on the XP lane is already something being creative, as the Daytona Swallow connects onto Rebo, and because of that, they managed to secure a kill onto Ace, but they traded out for Few.
Oh,
Tempest of Blades. Carl, not a lot of damage just yet. And Lusty is stuck in a corner. Forces Jeet Kundo, gets knocked back towards the dinosaur of Ruby DD. And now, that's another kill. A 1-for-3 trade, and Burmese Ghouls looking like a better team here compared to Bren Esports.
Yeah, well, they had the burst potential from Kid there with the Chaos Assaults, and also with the rotation from Maybe, able to cut things out.
Oh, Carl TZ.
Carl
In the
TZ. Almost a quarter HP left here. But Brent, look at Flapteezy here, manning up against 3 members, make that 4 members of Burmese Ghouls. Flapteezy might go down here. He will go down with the Order of Brilliance. Lusty still moving forward here, trying to catch up maybe with the Way of the Dragon. Would it be enough though? Final Last Insanity, able to flicker out, escapes that one, and getting a kill in exchange. Burmese Ghouls still 5 members alive. 3-4-0 exchange, and might be able to get another turret as a bonus here at the bottom lane for Burmese Ghouls.
I like the aggression the Burmese Ghouls showed in that team fight. They did not let up at all. As soon as they saw an opportunity to take down 3 members on the side of Bren Esports, they immediately went for the killing blow and started dwindling down the numbers. And of course, the tier 2 turret down to half HP, and they managed to take down Carl TZ as well. And this is a game style that will catch Bren off guard more often than not.
This is what you're talking about, Nomad. The chance that you can surprise Bren Esports. They're currently on the lead right now, almost 5k net worth leads on the side of Burmese Ghouls. Look at the items here. Demon Hunter Sword already going for the golden staff for this Claude for D. 4,700, but Ling, he does have the Endless Battle here, plus the Rupture Machete. He can catch out in the Few. And talking about Few here, with the Clock of Destiny, he just purchased around 5 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, so around 5 stacks here.
Money equation, relatively okay for the carries, but in the bigger picture of things, that's a 6,000 gold lead, man. Few just securing the Clock of Destiny, and would maybe take down Few. They're backing off Bren Esports, and Carl TZ forced to use the Tempest of Blades just to yeet out of there. The Finch boys, Kid is looking for him. There's nowhere for him to run. He finally gets taken out, and now Bren Esports are on the back foot. They are not looking as hot as they used to be, but hey, it's still game number 1. They can come back in game number 2, but with the way things are going, Burmese Ghouls looking really strong today, man. They're prepared for Bren Esports.
They're feeling it right now. Burmese Ghouls with at least 7 kills in favor, and looking at the bottoms of our screen, look at YSS just easily taking out this turtle. Another turtle objective here being taken out by Burmese Ghouls. For Bren Esports, they're struggling because of this Hilda just occupying every brush just near the orange and the purple buff. No possible way that Carl TZ can get any buff out from this. However, maybe here moving forward, maybe with the Way of the Dragon.
Yeah, Way of the Dragon on maybe. And here comes the Blazing Duet, catching 3-4 members down. And he's low on HP, and D managed still to survive. Order of Brilliance used to escape, and Rebo, Flapteezy, low on HP. Will not be able to defend this as much. Carl TZ's forcing himself to run away and just trying to deprive himself, the Burmese Ghouls of resources. But still, Bren Esports really in the back foot. There is a timer here for Bren Esports before they go online all at the same time, though.
I agree, and it's starting to show right now. Carl TZ able to solo D out. Again, that's the shutting down the Avarice Claude is really essential because of how quick he can get those items up. At around 7 minutes or around 8 minutes, he was able to complete the golden staff, so that's a lot of attack.
Oh no, Carl TZ gets stunned, forces the last insanity, but Kid, auto.
Oh my, that's a very not so good trade there from for a kill rather for Bren. You really want to take care of your core hero. Daytona's welcome. Munch, munch, munch. Says Lusty. And Kid, get bursted out? No! Enough time for him to get that Order of Brilliance. A few here in the sidelines looking for that umbrella. Not enough. And Ace there with the shields from the turtle might be able to take down this tier 2 turret.
It is a technically a 5v4 defense here, as this inhibitor turret would eventually fall down. Lord will spawn in 10 seconds, an objective that Bren Esports needs in order to finally open up the map. Bren really having a hard time against Burmese Ghouls here, man.
So, what do you think Bren Esports needs to do here? Since that the Lord is already respawned, maybe they can go for a different kind of approach, possible steal?
A possible steal, yeah, but the way that I'm seeing this, it's going to be beneficial for Bren Esports if they focus on peeling out the members of Burmese Ghouls. Get a pick off here and there, eliminate some of the problems here, which is on D and Ace. On Ace, I mean. Take down the Blazing Duet is no longer a problem. Take down Ace, they'll be able to start stealing out the Lord. No risk of a Mountain Shocker coming in. And then they can finally go for the team fights. That's provided if Bren Esports doesn't lose a member in that pickoff.
So it means that from right now, Bren Esports needs to prevent any kind of pick-off on the side of Burmese Ghouls because it is really difficult because they have every essential thing, skills for them to provide or to get any kind of information where Bren Esports is right now. That's just like so, Mountain Shocker. And with that movement...
Oh, Flicker! And to a Flicker, Daytona's welcome will not find its welcoming embrace onto Lusty.
Yep, and the Lord has been taken out completely onto the hands of Burmese Ghouls. And 5-14, ladies and gentlemen, but look at the net worth here. Almost 11K! 11K net worth lead for Burmese Ghouls here. And a really tanky Ruby DD right here on his Barats. Sky Guardian helmet. Again, and a lot of defensive items here. Slow in an AoE, so it's all about controlling and preventing Carl TZ to get his power spike up. And you did mention earlier that what they need to do here is just to play it defensively or just look for a pickup or go for a peel.
But I don't think a pickup is happening anytime soon. Here comes the Order of Brilliance committed by Kid. Just zone everybody out as the mid lane inhibitor turret and the bottom lane inhibitor turret goes down. The Burmese Ghouls wanting to siege and essentially end this. Lusty looking for an opportunity. The Winter Truncheon connects onto Kid. There goes the Way of the Dragon, and the Tempest of Blades will take down Kid. But now the Lord is knocking on the door, forced to use the Blazing Duet, and D dishing out a lot of damage. Phew! Manages to wake up there, but the base is still going to go down as Burmese Ghouls enter match point.
Oh, what a game. A lot of surprise. And I think Bren Esports got surprised there by the draft from Burmese Ghouls. Able to get game 1 against Bren Esports there.
I wouldn't say it's a surprise in the draft. It's a surprise on Burmese Ghouls' playstyle. Remember earlier on, it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was a Barats and I forgot who was in the top lane.
Lunox.
Yeah, it's a Barats and Lunox.
Lunox, yes. And then
in the top lane.
Went to the middle lane.
Went to the middle lane. He really assisted Lunox over the top lane so that the X-Borg Rebo could not farm carefully. Could not farm peacefully, I mean.
What in a sense in the grand scheme of things for Bren Esports? Because if you're looking at Bren Esports, they already have this link. And while it worked before, having Link plus another marksman, it worked before, it is actually quite greedy. But if there is something like something different, like a 1-1 for example, maybe, and then well, like a 1-1, pair it up with a Valier so that you have at least a wave clear to stop the from start Burmese Ghouls. Even a Veil plus 1-1 could have been perfect. Now, honestly, the best pick I can say for Burmese Ghouls is this first two picks. The first two picks, I mean, which is the Barats as well as the Lunox, because they kind of cover each other. What I like about this back-to-back picks from Burmese Ghouls at the red side is that it really answered a lot of the problems presented by Bren Esports, but at the same time, it also gave Bren
Dual marksman. It's always Claude +1.
Man, Hayabusa being picked up as the last pick here for Burmese Ghouls. What's the potential playstyle we're going to be seeing here, man?
More of an aggressive, since as you can see, they can kite. Bren Esports out using the same umbrella, and they can go in and control the early game.
Being a split pusher. As we enter game number 2, we might see that playstyle. Alice wants to get into the late game. The same thing for Claude, wants to get into the late game. We're here for a long game, man.
Yep, we're here for a long game. Ladies and gentlemen, game 2 here at the Land of Dawn. Bren Esports against Burmese Ghouls. Burmese Ghouls getting the point. And also the match point here for this best of 3 series. 3-1-3-1 setup here for Bren Esports. And almost, I think this is a 2-1-2 here. Lusty going with the Jeet Kune Do.
Sniped out. That is a trade. 1-for-1 so far, but the first blood still goes to Bren Esports. Maybe being chasing down Carl TZ. Few wings by wings to make it out of there.
Wings by wings, and maybe again still going for that 1-3-1 setup, looking for that ejector combo. But look at how squeezed, how the position of Bren Esports here. They knew that maybe he's there on the left side, going for the concussive blast.
Oh, it hurt. Kid's forced back. It's a 2v3 in mid for the Little Wanderer as well.
Yep, securing the Lethal Wonder, additional XP, and also the movements on that river. However, here, top lane, Flap TZ against Ruby DD, a much more better matchup here. But look at this, look at Ruby DD, just abusing the fact that he's almost up on his Sha Essence, getting that, playing more aggressively, rather, compared to Flap TZ here.
Yeah, Flap really couldn't keep up with Ruby DD for now.
But he does have the quick sand guard though.
Yeah, to regenerate his,
a little bit of regeneration from that one. So I think it will be at least a stalemate here for the top lane.
Relatively.
For Bren and BG. Maybe depends of who will get that kill first, since both of them went for the Festival of Blood, which is really essential for the fighters, getting that additional 1% lifesteal back. Help them mid-game.
Ace in a scuffle here against Rebo. Goes for the shadow kill. Rebo already low on HP. Will not make it out of there as a blazing duet from Carl TZ actually forces Burmese Ghouls to back off in that fight. Rebo still survives.
Wow, Rebo with the Frost Moon shield there, getting that additional movement speed just to get out of that sticky situation, even popping the Purify on top of that. I think that is enough, at least able to force 3 reactions, force 3 hero reactions here for Burmese Ghouls, giving some space into the middle lane. But look at this, middle lane with the same umbrella. Yin Yang overturn did not connect though, but Few able to use wings by wings just to get out of this situation.
Again, this entire game is all about reaching the late game for both of these teams, as Carl TZ, BMI's out of there just to secure his safety. Turtle is up, already being started by Burmese Ghouls. Flap TZ wants to contest.
Oh, they need to play carefully here. They can get sandwiched by Bren Esports. However, Carl TZ is way too far. Almost half HP, 60% HP left on this turtle, forcing.
Yeah, the Federal Airstrike forces may be back. Lusty low on HP, gets ejected. Alice secures that kill. Now the turtle is stolen by Bren Esports. Flap TZ in the back will be able to get Jawhead. Few low on HP, falls down. Flap TZ left alive here. Rebo's just going to be on the bottom lane, pushing out. But I don't think that was worth it, man. That was a lot of bodies falling down just for a single turtle.
Yeah, just for a single turtle. It's a way to... that is a good trade in favor of Burmese Ghouls. Again, it's okay if you can get at least that additional golden XP for a team. But once we are able to shut down Carl TZ, we all knew what happened every single time that Carl TZ is not having a good start. That's the weakness, or I think that's the opening that Burmese Ghouls is currently waiting for. However, Carl TZ able to get back. He does have the retribution, so he can get or probably secure those objectives and also those jungle buffs in favor of Bren Esports here.
Maybe force a flicker out. Lusty for the Jeet Kune Do, they're almost connected with the Wave the Dragon. Carl TZ uses the Blazing Duet to bring Kid down to a third of his HP pool.
Oh, Kid, almost level 6 here. And they can start rotating here right now. And it's also more of an even Steven lineup here for Bren Esports and Burmese Ghouls onto the sidelines here. However, Few gets stoppable force, wings by wings combo, got pushed back by that flame shot, giving some time for Bren Esports to go.
Connects, ace, will maybe survive this flat tease. He's gonna go down.
Oh.
That should have been a kill.
Yeah, that should be a kill there. I was really expecting more players from Bren Esports to go to the top lane, but I guess they will just give this top lane for free to Burmese Ghouls. Look at the net worth, ladies and gentlemen. It's not that far, but the towers. This is one of the things that you need to keep an eye on if you want to play for this kind of aggressive play style, especially for Burmese Ghouls. You just need to get every objective.
Oh, the ejection onto Lusty. We'll catch him out. Rebo finally joining in on the fight. The
Falling Star
Moon is available and already used onto Ruby DD. They managed to get the kill onto Yuzhong. That is going to be big. Turtle finally starting out by Bren, low on HP. Secured by Bren Esports. The buff is on Carl TZ. We'll go for the Shadow kill. Ace will not manage to secure that kill. And Bren Esports will clean up the house as the last member alive, forced to yeet out of there. Mid lane will finally be pushed. And Bren will take back the momentum that Burmese Ghoul had in the early game. And Carl TZ still looking for blood here. D will not be able to flow blood out of there.
Okay, Carl TZ getting his groove on right now, getting 2 kills. Well, in an instant, getting his Demon Hunter sword, and I think he's about to finish his Raptor Machete right now. Plus the magic shoes, there we go. Calamity Reaper has been picked up by Rebo after getting that Enchanted Talisman plus the Warrior Boots. Death Blade here for Flap TZ, which is really essential if you're up against the Yuzhong here, especially on this laning phase. But that is enough for Flap TZ to secure another turret, or the second turret for the side of Bren Esports.
And they might get a third here as D erased from the top lane, but they managed to erase Carl TZ near the turtle pit on the bottom side of things.
Yeah, but look at Burmese Ghouls here. They're ready to trade this turrets away from the top lane. But the most important turret for me is the middle lane, because once that middle lane has been destroyed, it is easier for your team to get in and occupy the jungle area, which is what they're doing right now. Just cutting up the lanes. 3 members here from Burmese Ghouls just grouping up together here in the bottom lane. But there's no reaction from Bren. They knew that there are 3 heroes there, possibly 2 or more heroes on the bottom lane.
Oh, look at this, though. Big rotation from Bren to go for the bottom lane. And the last turtle of the game for now, Rebo, will not be committing the Falling Star Moon just yet. Wave the Dragon. No, can do. Gets ejected out of there. Force the Jeet Kundo out. Flow of blood almost connects onto Lusty. But a turtle being started off by Bren, and it will finally be secured once again by Carl TZ.
Carl TZ getting the 3rd turtle on his hands here. It doesn't matter if the KDA is quite even, but look at the gold here, 5,600 compared to 5,000, almost 5,200 for the Hayabusa for Ace here. So going straight to BOD. You need to keep an eye and respect that BOD as well, and especially on the hands of Hayabusa. One shadow kill.
Why did you even decide to go inside too?
Oh, that's well, maybe a high-risk play. What he's trying to go is maybe possibly try to kill Few, but Few's HP is way too well, it's not that within the threshold to be played aggressively for. But Bren feeling the groove now again with the ejector.
Ejector onto Lusty, blazing duet, just clear the minion waves.
Ooh, look at that.
Low, gets the wave to Dragon connection, takes down the Jawhead. Ruby DD next in line here. It's a 3-man press. Make it at 4. Carl TZ rejoining the fight. Will out-sustain Ruby DD as they manage to turn things around. It's now a 1-for-3 trade. They take down Flap TZ, but at what cost? They also take down the Hayabusa. They take down Cho. 2 for 4 trade.
Yeah, it's well, really favorable for Bren Esports there. I'm not sure why Burmese Ghouls decided to go for that fight. Look at that bait there.
And maybe will not survive that, definitely. D goes down
Oh.
as well. And these are the things that you don't want to give Bren. You don't want to give them easy kills. You don't want them easy control of the entire map, because as soon as you do, they will steamroll their way in towards your base. We're seeing the top lane inhibitor and the mid lane inhibitor turret left standing. As the Lord is spawning in a couple of seconds, Bren has a good positioning to secure the Lord for themselves.
I completely agree there. As you can see, both 4 members here, after taking down this tier 1 turret into the bottom lane, they will try to take down the Lord. Lord is quite ready there, jumping from that one, leaping rather. But then again, Burmese Ghouls knew that the rest of Bren Esports are going for the turtle, or rather going for the Lord, 50% HP. And also the Predator airstrike has been used just to zone out any other people hiding from that tier 2 brush. But that is a successful takedown for Bren Esports. They will take down the Lord.
They will play it as safe as possible. Burmese Ghouls will not want to give away an inch to Bren Esports as they siege up the tier 2 turret. Lord's marching over in mid. Predator airstrike to clear the minion waves to bring things a little bit faster towards this inhibitor turret. And Siege, lane priority here for Bren Esports on the bottom lane. They need to start pushing the top lane as well so that they can complete the siege here on towards the base.
Yep, and look at this, just how Lusty delayed the minion wave there. Just to make sure that the Lord will be delayed for a little bit. And now Lusty moving forward, trying to get someone out of the way for the Black Dragon.
Yeah, Black Dragon over the back lines, but maybe getting a brunt of the damage there with the Blazing Duet. Rebo will secure that kill. Few will go for Ruby DD, Flap TZ or Rebo. Who's it gonna be? Still gonna be Carl TZ. Ace forced to quad shadow out of there. Kid alone, as well as this mid lane turret is going down.
One more hit from Lusty. And
Bren, they're sieging this up, man. They're looking to end this as fast as they can. They do have the minion, the wave clear on their side. D goes in when goes for the Winter Truncheon. Not a lot of damage on that. Alice, though, will get deleted immediately by that Farsa. Maybe on the back line. Get the ejection. Might actually turn things around. Maybe an Ace. Left alive. Well, it's just Ace. Alone now, maybe. Well, now he's still alive. I'm not sure what I'm saying right now. Maybe might get the kill, and he does get the kill. But this is still Bren
Look at
trying
Rebo
to fight for the lives. Few and Brent and Flap and Rebo force a game number 3.
Man, no, man. I'm not sure which part of the fight I was actually looking at. Top lane, it's up against Jawhead, and well, maybe he's right there, and also the middle lane. But Rebo just keeping an eye on the objective. Go for the main inhibitor, secure game 2. Now, again, we're about to go for the last game here. Game 3, 1-1 for both teams, and Bren Esports able to take down Burmese Ghouls.
Man, they got ourselves a game 3.
Yeah.
There were a lot of maybes there in that last team fight. But, I mean, Bren Esports really played it as methodical as possible. They made sure that they hit their mid-game spike. They made sure that Rebo already had his items up available as well, because they know for a fact that the Esmeralda is also one of the primary factors for them to go into the fight. Farsa not as much as item reliant as Carl TZ on the Quad and Rebo on the Esmeralda. So they really had a lot of leeway to really provide a lot of the economy towards the side of Rebo and Carl TZ. Burmese Ghouls, they tried to defend as much as they can. They had a chance to actually secure a 2-0, but it's only the aggression that Bren had. They tried to match things up, and I feel like if Burmese Ghouls decided to keep things a little bit more interesting, not force a 1-3-1, or played the 2-2-1 just like what they're used to, could have been their game. But they also had a lineup that relied heavily on going into the late game.
Yeah, more of a late game centric for both teams, and just like Nomad mentioned earlier, if you're up against the Claude, which is one of the best late game,
well, made it so that he will play aggressively. Now, Rebo this time played the Esmeralda, which allowed him to participate in the team fights much faster, and Flap TZ as the Khalid is so good in this game. I also like the Khalid pick, by the way, coming up from Bren Esports, as it kind of answered some of the things that Burmese Ghouls wants to do, and the being the carrier of the Deadly Blade, the anti-sustain, And number 2, being the frontliner for the team, or at least a pseudo frontliner for Bren Esports. The third important role that FlapTZ actually did in this game was to provide the early game wave clear. Because if you're looking at Bren Esports, they don't have the best. But if you do have that Khalid, there's a lot of lane pressure now for Bren Esports. And if you're looking at Burmese Ghouls, they had
The ejector.
Ooh.
Well, what are your thoughts about this, Nomad? I think you're really surprised about this Sylvana pickup.
It's not really much of a surprise. It's an obvious choice. You're locking down Herod.
Yeah, he can't run away using the Justice, the ultimate there from the Sylvana.
You're not running away at all. You
Yeah.
got 3 magicians here on the side of Bren Esports. But then we have that masked magician that debunks everything.
Yeah,
That
the,
old TV
the
show.
magic exposed.
Yeah, that's Sylvana right there.
That's Sylvana.
maybe.
Ah,
Right there.
Right.
And look at this. 2-1-2.
Still 2-1-2 competition. That's for BG, right? For
Yeah.
Burmese Ghouls. Yeah, they're quite going for that. They will not go along with the current meta right here. We have our own meta. We can go for the 1-3-1.
I like how it's Farsa in the mid lane as well, because she can clear the mid lane waves without any problems.
Yeah. Also, the curse of the
Fast.
crow and all the energy can clear out the creep wave quite easily. But look at this. Lusty got sandwiched, but with the movement speed, can get out of there easily. And
Yeah.
this is a sprint Lusty, by the way. Jawhead.
Just to add a little bit of that chase down potential. Especially in fact, Quad is the primary target here for that
Yeah.
Lusty reset.
Just instantly, just like so. That costs you around 10 seconds to dish that much damage. Just get instantly denied by a second. Just
They're
by using
also
Sigma.
hovering over that purple buff on the side of Burmese Ghouls as well. And Ruby DD, next one in line here, dashes out, will manage to survive. Few almost falls down, regenerates with the heal. Maybe low on HP, maybe gonna die, maybe survives.
Maybe still survives with the recall and also popping that regeneration right there. But Bren Esports eyeing to steal this purple buff away from Burmese Ghouls. 3-4-3 here in the area.
It hurts. It really hurts as the Black Dragon formed by FlapTZ in the back lines would almost take down. Well, it actually takes down maybe. A huge gamble by FlapTZ, but it pays off.
Yep, that 40-second cooldown on that execute and securing again another point on top of that Festival of Blood stack. And right now, Bren Esports able to get that first blood. Still, the purple buff haven't been taken yet on the side of Burmese Ghouls, while the rest of Bren Esports just patiently waiting for any kind of opening, while Lusty's just doing his nasty tricks just by resetting everyone, even that single poor jungle creep right there, man.
Just buy a lot of time for the team. And speaking of buying a lot of time, Rebo buying a lot of time himself as Carl TZ and Few waited for D to dive back in with that BMI.
Surprise, surprise. Again, just that small takedown really gives changed a lot of impact here on the side of Burmese Ghouls. Got caught off guard, but look at this, maybe, and Ace cutting up the wave, making sure that the incoming creep wave will soak, or at least will force a member of Bren Esports to stay and defend the bottom lane here. However, Turtle.
Nice ejection on maybe and a Ruby DD. Turtle is the goal here for both of these teams. Not committing just yet. Burmese Ghouls will disengage themselves as the Lethal Wanderer would be secured by Bren. Let's see in FlapTZ. They have other plans here. They still want to secure the Turtle themselves. Ace will secure the Crab Gold. Lusty will face check this bush over to the bottom side. Maybe dropping closer and closer. Will try to go for the seal. The feathered airstrike to try to secure that. Not going to happen. Forced to use wings by wings to get out of there.
And Rebo also got his Clock of Destiny at around 3 minutes 50, which is really good timing for the Alice, and he can go straight into the runs if he needed to, because again we're looking at Sylvana here, and if we're talking about Sylvana, the magic spell steal, the life steal rather, is a really immense one for that hero. So maybe that's an item that they can
Trenchant on that far side, but would maybe make it out of here. As on the back lines, Carl T just dishing out a lot of damage. Maybe for Defender Airstrike. Not enough. The Zalman Force secures too. Well, actually, not the Zalman Force.
That's the flowing blood. Yeah, from the Alice.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And D next in the line, being chased down by Lusty himself and Flap TZ. D forced to use the Blazing Duet. Here comes the Black Dragon form. Force the BMI out there. Will he escape? Yes, he would, but Carl TZ hot on his tracks. Synchro not connecting onto Ruby DD.
Oh, yeah.
Was back off. But this purple buff will be secured by Brendan, no doubt. But they may pay the price for that as the ejection connects on the Ace. Thunder Dance Strike once again just zone Lusty and Carl TZ out, but Carl TZ has other plans. Will drop Ruby DD down low HP, maybe next in line here. Will almost get taken out, maybe survives.
Man,
they're backing off.
Look at Burmese Ghouls there, just shuffling around the damage. Just, okay, I'll soak the damage for now, and then it's your turn, but you're still able to escape. Just dividing the damage. You're really on point for Burmese Ghouls here. But look at the net worth here, ladies and gentlemen. The towers, all the towers still up, but the net worth is still in favor of Bren Esports. Around 3K, that's half the component for that one core item.
Lusty gets caught and he gets taken out. Few and Carl TZ wants to trade it out on Maybe, and Maybe would maybe survive. Force to pop the ult. Goes down. Regardless, meanwhile, top lane, Ruby DD. Duel against Rebo. Carl TZ and Flap TZ, the TZ brothers over in the bottom lane, will survive this 3v2 onslaught on the bottom lane.
But that cost them for BG, for Burmese Ghouls to react, or to at least delegate three heroes there in the bottom lane. But look at Few here, slowly getting his items up with the Impure Rage, so there's no way that he will go back to that back to the base just to regen. So just soak all the XP, get his levels up, get more items there for his Chaos Assault, and already went for a Clock of Destiny here, and then transition into a Lightning Truncheon to get that Chaos Assault up damage.
And the turtle being guarded closely by Lusty here, as well as Maybe. Lusty goes in, would go for the ejector. We will. Few and Carl TZ would have to follow through here, and Maybe will survive. Few low in HP gets taken out. Carl TZ in the back lines with Zalman Force, but here comes the Defender Airstrike connecting onto multiple members here on the side of Bren Esports, but they managed to take down Farsa herself. Carl TZ and Rebo in a 2v2. Ruby still alive, but Rebo gets the stun connection.
3-for-2 exchange here, still in favor of Bren Esports. That was a nice exchange. Again, you're trading Lusty and Few for 3 heroes, Ruby DD and Maybe, plus Kid here on his Farsa. It means that you're locking down every single possible core members here, and even the supports of Burmese Ghouls. And look at this. Look at how Bren Esports are positioning themselves now. Grouping up as 4. They knew that the Lapu Lapu is still on his way into the middle, and eyeing into this next objective, the turtle.
Oh yeah, the turtle. 3v2. Make it a 5v3 here so far, because Burmese Ghouls are not in a good position to try to go for the steal here. Defender Airstrike is available and can be committed as the ejection onto Maybe connects. The Black Dragon Form will assist in taking down Maybe. Flat TZ has other plans, stunning down D and Ace. And he's on his own. Defender Airstrike used defensively by Kid. He's gonna get taken out.
Unstoppable force.
An unstoppable force, yeah. Mid lane's gonna go down. Burmese Ghouls going for the full retreat, but they're looking for Ruby DD. The ejection will not connect. But Synchro does.
Yeah, Synchro first the chrono dashes, just really making it difficult for Burmese Ghouls to react, since Bren Esports, all of their members have a lot of mobility. Again, Order Brilliance, Golden Staff has just been picked up by D here.
Relatively late.
Yeah, relatively late, 8 minutes, 30 seconds. But well, as I was saying, all of them are really mobile. Look at this. Even the BMI from Claude, which is supposed to be really difficult to chase.
Tons of damage. Deleted. Maybe might be deleted, but here comes the Blazing Duet in the back. Let's see. Not a lot of damage because you have the staff alone. But hey, it is a 2-for-1 trade in the bottom lane. That's still going to be the turret in the bottom lane.
Yeah.
Top lane, meanwhile, it's Carl TZ securing a solo kill on that Roger.
Oh my. Burmese Ghouls crumbling. slowly here as Bren Esports deleting or removing, destroying all the outer turrets here on the side of Burmese Ghouls. And look at this, even Ruby DD just flowing with Carl TZ here, just trying to taunt him out with a psychological warfare. However, Burmese Ghouls here standing tall, upright, trying to defend the last outer turret of Burmese Ghouls. Look at the replay here, Nomad.
Yeah, it's really a complete outplay here from the side of Bren Esports. I mean, yeah, they did lose Flap TZ in the process. They managed to secure 2 and the turret. That was the best trade that they can ever go for. And that's D really not applying a lot of damage. I mean, granted, considering the fact that he does have the golden staff, does not have the Demon Sword just yet in order to get a little bit more damage down the line.
I guess he does have the Demon Hunter Sword, isn't he? Before going for the golden staff, if I'm not mistaken, but we will have a chance to check that one out later on. But yeah, if that is the case though, he shouldn't be joining the fights because he can't decent damage. Yes, there is the attack speed. Yes, he does have the Demon Hunter Sword, so he will go for the Queen Swings afterwards. So, which is a wise choice. He just needs to burst out all the damage, all the bullets from the Blazing Duet, and then just get out of there afterwards. And also with the additional life steal from the Queen Swings, will give him more sustainability when it comes to team fights. Wind Talker been purchased by Ace here, more attack speed, and also that Cyclone, the additional magic damage 3 times into that damage, which is really helpful as well, along with the Wolf Bounce.
And Bren, besieging out all the lanes once again on the side of Burmese Ghouls. Maybe dives in towards 3 people. Not something you want to do. That's an easy kill for Bren Esports. And here comes Rebo. Goes for the blood, blood. Ruby DD out for blood. Gets blooded out there. Top lane going down. Lusty and the rest of Bren Esports wants to end this. Ace forced to run away. Blazing Duet not dealing a lot of damage. The base already being chipped out. Gets the ejection. D still trying to defend this as much as possible. That's already it. Bren punches their ticket to the finals and will be going up against Alter Ego as they still want to get that kill onto maybe. Yeah, they want more blood, man. Then recalling and
there we go. Bren
punches their ticket into the finals. It's an Alter Ego Philippines match. It's an Indonesia Alter Ego Bren match, Indonesia Philippines match, best of 5 series. That's coming up.
What a play there from Bren Esports. Really, I think it's more of a really favorable on the side of Bren Esports. Burmese Ghouls really tried to go for a reactive plays or for a reaction play, but that Claude, they respected the timings or the power spike of this Claude here, and they strike where the Claude is still haven't able to get his farm. 8 minutes. That's I think that's above average or less than average timing for the golden step, which is really difficult because it's being pressured.
You cannot put both the Claude and the Roger together, maybe sub the Harith out so that at least they will deny Picket away from Bren Esports. It made sense to me why Burmese Ghouls actually picked up the Lapu-Lapu first. It actually is good, as well as the Farsa. However, there are big answers for Bren Esports. I also love the fact that Bren Esports, they were so advanced. They were one step ahead, picking up the Alice first. But in a way, it made a lot of sense. I honestly felt a little bit scared for Bren Esports just because of the fact that this Harith, Alice, Lunox, Yuzong, and almost everybody will struggle from the Sylvana. But then I thought, no, the Sylvana is great against the Harith, against Yuzong, Lunox, Alice individually. But if you put them up all together, there's just way too much that this Sylvana has to take care of. And the biggest problem with the tank Sylvana as well is that it